Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing great today. Let me ask you a simple question before we begin. Have you ever searched for your phone everywhere and then suddenly someone said, "Did you find it?" Or maybe your teacher asked you to look for information in a book. Why do we use look for in one situation and find in another? Are they the same or different? Today we are going to understand this topic deeply in a simple and powerful way. Our topic today is look for versus find. These two expressions are very common in English and native speakers use them every single day. But many English learners confuse them because both are connected to searching and discovering something. In today's lesson, we will clearly understand the meaning, grammar, usage, and differences between look for and find. We will also study many examples, real-life situations, common mistakes, advanced usage, and practical tips that will help you sound more natural and confident in English. So let's begin. First of all, let's understand the basic meaning of look for. Look for means to search for something or someone. It means you are trying to find something. The action is not complete yet. You are making an effort to search. For example, if you lost your keys and you check your room, your bag, and your table, you are looking for your keys. The important thing to remember is that look for focuses on the process of searching. Now let's understand find. Find means to discover or get something after searching. It means the result has happened successfully. For example, after searching everywhere, if you finally see your keys under the sofa, you find your keys. So, find focuses on the result, not the process. This is the biggest difference between these two expressions. Look for means searching. Find means discovering successfully. Now let's make it even easier. Imagine this situation. You lose your phone. First, you start checking your pockets, your bed, and your table. At this moment, you are looking for your phone. Then suddenly you see it under a pillow. Now you found your phone. Very simple. Look for is the action before success. Find is the success after the action. Now let's study the grammar structure. We usually use look for like this. Subject plus look for plus object. For example, I am looking for my glasses. She looked for her wallet. They are looking for a new house. Now the structure for find. Subject plus find plus object. For example, I found my glasses. She found her wallet. They found a new house. Now let's discuss look for in detail. Look for is a phrasal verb. The verb is look, and the preposition is for. Together they create a different meaning. When you look for something, you try to locate it. You can look for physical things like keys, books, or shoes. You can also look for abstract things like happiness, peace, love, or opportunities. For example, she is looking for happiness in life. They are looking for a better future. I am looking for a good job. In all these examples, the search is happening, but the result is not confirmed yet. Now let's look at 5 powerful examples of look for. Example 1. I am looking for my charger because my phone battery is dead. Example 2. She looked for her friend in the crowd but could not see him. Example 3. We are looking for a good restaurant near our hotel. Example 4. The police are looking for the missing dog. Example 5. He is looking for ways to improve his English speaking skills. Notice something important in these examples. We do not know whether the person will succeed or not. The searching process is continuing. Now let's study find in detail. Find is a regular action verb connected to discovery or success. When you find something, it means you successfully discover it. Sometimes you find something after searching for a long time. Sometimes you find something accidentally. For example, I found money on the road. She found an old photograph in a drawer. In these situations, the person was not necessarily searching actively. They simply discovered something. This is another important point. Find can happen intentionally or accidentally. Now let's look at 5 strong examples of find. Example 1. I found my charger under the bed. Example 2. She finally found her friend in the crowd. Example 3. We found an excellent restaurant near the hotel. Example 4. The police found the missing dog yesterday. Example 5. He found a simple way to improve his English speaking skills. Now compare these examples carefully with the earlier look for examples. Look for shows effort. Find shows result. Now let's discuss a very common mistake made by English learners. Many learners say, I am finding my keys. This sentence is usually incorrect in normal situations. Why? Because find is not commonly used for the searching process. We normally use look for when the action is continuing. Correct sentence. I am looking for my keys. Then after success, I found my keys. This difference is extremely important in spoken English. Now let's study different tenses with look for and find. Present simple. I look for my notebook every morning. I find useful information online. Present continuous. She is looking for her bag. They are finding new ways to solve problems. Past simple. He looked for his watch everywhere. He found his watch in the bathroom. Future. We will look for a new apartment next month. I hope we will find a good apartment soon. Present perfect. I have looked for my phone all day. I have finally found my phone. Now let's explore deeper meanings and uses. Sometimes, look for means to expect something. For example, we are looking for better results this year. Here it does not mean physically searching. It means expecting or hoping. Another example, the company is looking for skilled workers. This means the company wants skilled workers and is trying to hire them. Now let's discuss how find can express opinions or discoveries. For example, I find this movie very interesting. In this sentence, find means consider or think. Another example, she finds math difficult. This means she thinks math is difficult. This is an advanced use of find. So, find does not only mean discovering objects. It can also mean forming an opinion. Now let's compare both expressions side by side. Look for focuses on searching. The process is important. Success is not confirmed. Find focuses on discovery. The result is important. Success is confirmed. Now let's study some real-life situations. Situation 1. A student loses a pen. The student says, I am looking for my pen. After 5 minutes, I found my pen in my backpack. Situation 2. A man wants a new job. He says, I am looking for a job. Quote, after interviews and applications, I found a job. Situation 3. A family wants a new house. They say, we are looking for a bigger house. After 1 month, we found a perfect house. Notice the natural pattern. First comes, look for. Then comes, find. Now let's discuss pronunciation tips. Look for is often pronounced quickly in spoken English. Native speakers sometimes connect the words and it may sound like, look there. Find is usually spoken clearly with a strong ending sound. Practice these sentences slowly. I am looking for my wallet. I found my wallet. She is looking for a new job. She found a new job. The more you repeat them, the more natural your English will become. Now let's talk about common expressions with look for. Look for trouble. This means to create problems intentionally. Example, if you keep insulting people, you are looking for trouble. Look for opportunities. This means to search for chances of success. Example, successful people always look for opportunities to grow. Look for answers. This means to search for solutions or explanations. Example, scientists look for answers through research. Now let's study common expressions with find. Find a solution. This means to discover an answer to a problem. Example: we need to find a solution quickly. Find time. This means to make time available. Example: she always finds time for her family. Find yourself. This means to understand your identity or purpose. Example: traveling helped him find himself. Now let's discuss another important difference. You can look for something that does not exist yet. For example, I am looking for love. She is looking for success. But you cannot usually find something unless it exists or becomes real. For example, he found success after years of hard work. Now let's study question forms. Questions with look for. What are you looking for? Who is she looking for? Are they looking for a hotel? Questions with find. Did you find your keys? Where did you find this book? Have you found a solution yet? Now let's move toward more advanced understanding. In English storytelling, these two expressions help create action and emotion. For example, the little boy looked for his mother in the busy market. After several minutes, he finally found her near a fruit shop. Here, looked for creates tension. Found creates relief and completion. This is why these words are very powerful in stories and conversations. Now let's discuss some common learner mistakes. Mistake 1. I am finding a new job. Better sentence: I am looking for a new job. Mistake 2. I looked my keys. Correct sentence: I looked for my keys. Remember, look needs for in this meaning. Mistake 3. I found for my phone. Incorrect. Correct sentence: I found my phone. Find does not need for. Now let's practice mini conversations. Conversation 1. A. What are you looking for? B. I am looking for my glasses. A. Did you find them? B. Yes. I found them on the kitchen table. Conversation 2. A. Why are you online all day? B. I am looking for a remote job. A. I hope you find one soon. Conversation 3. A. Did you find the document? B. No. I am still looking for it. These short conversations are extremely useful for daily English speaking. Now let's discuss emotional meanings. Sometimes, look for shows hope and effort. For example, people look for happiness, love, peace, and success. This gives a feeling of journey and struggle. On the other hand, find gives a feeling of achievement and completion. For example, she finally found happiness in her life. That sentence feels emotional and satisfying. Now let's explore the difference through one complete story. One day, a young man lost his wallet while traveling. He looked for it at the bus station, in his backpack, and inside his jacket pockets. He became worried because he had important cards and money inside the wallet. He asked several people for help. Everyone started looking for the wallet. After almost 1 hour, an old man found it under a chair. The young man felt extremely happy and relieved. Notice how naturally both expressions work together. The searching part uses look for. The successful discovery uses find. Now let's discuss synonyms. Some synonyms of look for are search for, seek, try to locate. Some synonyms of find are discover, locate, notice. But remember, every synonym has slightly different shades of meaning. Now let's practice transformation exercises. Sentence: I am looking for my book. After success: I found my book. Sentence: they are looking for a teacher. After success: they found a teacher. Sentence: she looked for her earrings all morning. After success: she found them in her handbag. This transformation practice is excellent for improving fluency. Now let's discuss the psychological difference. Look for represents uncertainty. You do not know the result yet. Find represents certainty. The result is complete. This small difference changes the feeling of the sentence completely. Now let's discuss find out, which is related but different. Find means discover something physically or emotionally. Find out means learn information. For example, I found my keys. I found out the truth. Do not confuse them. Now let's compare all three. Look for searching process. Find successful discovery. Find out learning information. Now let's study more advanced examples. Example 1. Researchers are looking for a cure for the disease. This means the research is continuing. Example 2. Researchers finally found a cure for the disease. This means success happened. Example 3. I looked for inspiration in books and movies. This means searching mentally or emotionally. Example 4. She found inspiration in her grandmother's story. This means successful discovery of motivation. Example 5. Many people look for meaning in life. Example 6. Some people find meaning through helping others. These examples show that the expressions are not only about physical objects. They can also describe emotions, goals, and ideas. Now let's discuss listening skills. When native speakers talk fast, you may hear, "What are you looking for?" instead of, "What are you looking for?" and, "Did you find it?" may sound very quick and connected. Listening practice is important because these expressions are extremely common in movies, interviews, and daily conversations. Now let's do a quick comparison table in spoken form. If the action is continuing, use look for. If the action is completed successfully, use find. If you are searching, use look for. If you discover, use find. If you want to focus on effort, use look for. If you want to focus on result, use find. Very simple and powerful. Now let's study 5 additional examples for look for. Example 1. Tourists often look for cheap hotels when traveling. Example 2. Parents look for good schools for their children. Example 3. The company is looking for creative employees. Example 4. She looked for her cat all night. Example 5. I always look for ways to save money. Now 5 additional examples for find. Example 1. Tourists found a beautiful hotel near the beach. Example 2. The parents finally found a suitable school for their child. Example 3. The company found a talented designer. Example 4. She found her cat sleeping in the garden. Example 5. I found a great way to save money online. Now let's discuss how these words improve communication. Imagine you say, "I lost my wallet." The next natural question is, "Did you find it?" or, "Are you looking for it?" Native speakers use these patterns naturally every day. Mastering them will immediately make your English sound more fluent and natural. Now let's discuss another interesting point. Sometimes people say, "I found myself looking for answers." This sentence combines both expressions. First comes the searching process. Then comes realization. English allows beautiful combinations like this. Now let's do a pronunciation practice section. Repeat after me slowly. I am looking for my phone. I found my phone. She is looking for a new apartment. She found a new apartment. We are looking for a solution. We found a solution. Excellent. Now let's talk about formal and informal English. Both look for and find are common in all styles of English. You can use them in casual conversations, professional meetings, academic writing, and business communication. For example, the company is looking for experienced workers. This sounds professional. Another example, scientists found evidence of climate change. Also professional and natural. Now let's discuss emotional storytelling again because it is very important for speaking naturally. Imagine this sentence. After years of struggle, he finally found peace. This sentence feels emotional because find suggests achievement after difficulty. Now compare. He is looking for peace. This sentence feels unfinished and emotional in a different way because the journey is still continuing. This emotional difference is one reason these expressions are so important in English. Now let's discuss memory tips. Here is a simple trick. Look for equals searching. Find equals success. Think about a treasure hunt. While searching for treasure, you are looking for it. When you finally discover the treasure, you find it. This mental image can help you remember forever. Now let's do a final review. Use look for when you are searching. The process is continuing. The result is unknown. Use find when you discover something. The result is successful. The action is complete. Now let's finish with one final short story using both expressions naturally. A young girl lost her favorite necklace before an important family dinner. She looked for it in her bedroom, in the bathroom, and inside her school bag. Her mother helped her look for it too. They were both worried because the necklace was a special gift from her grandmother. After searching for almost an hour, the little girl finally found the necklace under her pillow. She smiled happily and thanked her mother for helping her. That is exactly how these expressions work in real-life English. Before ending this lesson, let me ask you another question. Have you ever looked for something for a long time and then suddenly found it in the funniest place possible? Think about that moment and try to describe it in English. This is one of the best ways to practice today's lesson. Thank you so much for watching and learning with me today. I hope this lesson helped you clearly understand the difference between look for and find. Keep practicing these expressions in your daily conversations because practice is the key to fluency. If you enjoyed this lesson, continue learning, continue speaking, and continue improving your English every single day. See you in the next lesson.